YouTube, this is Felicia with Bible Scraps, and welcome to a faith crafting, Bible scrapping video, because we are going to make these cute, charming homespun tags. Aren't these adorable? And we're going to make these as we talk about a woman who knew how to get the attention of Jesus Christ himself. A woman who was told she wasn't worthy. She wasn't good enough. But yet she persevered, people. If you want to know the ingredients to get God's immediate attention, watch and listen. And once again, we are going to create, aren't these? I'm so stuck in yesteryear, you guys. The images of yesteryear, the rubber stamps of yesteryear. So I used this collection here that I've had in my stash for a while. And these just have the cutest images. And I thought, why not create some homespun tags? Aren't these tags adorable? And I have a special technique, actually 2 techniques, but pay attention to the buttons. You guys, that's not thread, it's not twine, but that is fabric. Yes, have you ever thought to thread fabric through your buttons? Aren't these adorable? All right, in the video, I'm going to share other products that I use. Okay, let's get started making these cute homespun Christmas tags. By the way, you guys, the Lord has blessed at least me and others in my neck of the woods for a little sneak peek premiere of fall. We are in the low 90s today. And that's as close as fall as we're probably going to get until fall comes. Of course, we'll be back in the hundreds next week, but the next couple days, just beautiful. Okay, I have everything pretty much in this cute little metal thrifted container. I found a set of these in 2 different shapes at one of my local thrift stores, and I'm still playing around with my sidekick. It's housed out in my dirty, dingy, dusty garage. But, you guys, I'm revisiting products from yesteryear. I am so stuck in yesteryear. Do you guys remember Cuddlebugs small embossing folders? Totally forgot I had these. And I thought, well, I didn't use the hearts, but I thought these square-shaped embossing folders is perfect for this project. Now, I know these are not available. I don't know the name of these. I think they came in a set of 4, but you can probably find them on eBay or Mercari at some point if you search for them. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Everything, once again, is in this cute little pail. Now, I will, let's go ahead and just die cut out one of these right now. This little machine here, I'm so happy I pulled it out. I tell you, it takes the dies and embossing folders. This is like no effort. So easy. It glides through. And here is my cute little embossed tag. Isn't that cute? And that is, I think, an embroidery stitch. So cute. Okay, so to save time, what I've already done, I've added my rick-rack. And I have 2 huge spools of thrifted riff-rack. And you can see that I've stitched some already. I got 5 reds and 5 whites, and the stamps I am using. Okay, these are stamps from yesteryear. Because I'm stuck in yesteryear, I love the images from yesteryear, and I love these little stamps here. Now, I have several, you know what? Okay. These, all right, here's the information right here. Ooh, you know what? I found these from the thrift store. Ha! September of last year or the year before. The tag is still there. Bric-a-brac. That's what I was thinking of earlier. And I said rick-rack, but I'm like, no, at the thrift store, they use a different name, bric-a-brac. Okay, so I found these at a local thrift store, and I paid $2.49 for these. And the company is Dots. And Dots, I used to know what that stood for. But anyway, did they become close to my heart? I don't remember. Let's see if there's a year. Okay, I can't see a year, but these go way back. And there's different collections of these. I have at least another collection out in my dirty, dingy, dusty garage. So I'm not too sure where I got this set from. I probably got this online after I found this set. And then I discovered there's other sets. Okay, so they're so cute. They're inchies. And you see, of course, the gingerbread. There's two a ginger girl, a ginger boy, and then there's other Christmas icons. And don't these just take you back to grandma's with the stitches and embroidery? So I'll be using some of those stamps, and then I want to share something with you all. Actually, let's go ahead and do one in the video. Because, you guys, I did something different with these buttons. Now, me and the needle, we just don't get along, right? And to thread the needle, is one thing. Well, once you thread it, everything else is simple. But I wanted to do something different. So let me tell you what I did, and I totally love it. I took some fabric and cut it into thin strips, and I'm going to hand tear it, because when you hand tear it, you get the nice fraying, right? And that's homespun, the frayed edges. And I took a button. Let me get up and grab some buttons. And what I did was, my mind is always improvising, trying to find a simpler way of doing something. And I'm going to grab, this is one of my embroidery needles. It has the gooey glue at the tip because I use it to declog my nibs. But anyway, what I'm going to do is, and hopefully this strip is not too thick, I'm going to thread this, quote unquote, thread it through my button. And let's see if I can get this one done pretty quick. Now, I am using the tip of the needle, so I do want to be careful because I don't want to get poked. And if my strip isn't too thick, I can pull this through. You see, it's already coming through. There it is. And I'm going to use the needle and pull it through like this. And you guys, I love this technique because I have threaded ribbon through my button instead of embroidery floss, instead of thread. And when you use your, when you use your fabric as ribbon strips, you can coordinate the ribbon in your button to match the ribbon that you use to make a bow or anything else on your project. And you see how easy and quick that was. Now, once again, you do want to be careful because, well, I couldn't think of anything else to use outside of a needle, but you want to be careful. And then what I would do is just thread another one of the holes, and I'm done. And I created 10 of these, and they all look different depending on if I thread it from the front or the back. This one looks more, well, I just threaded the one side, and it has, you know, you could really use either side of the button. But anyway, I've already did those, and let's go ahead and get started. Let's talk about the Canaanite woman, you guys. I love my Bible. I read it every day. I also listen to, okay, it's this way. I also love to listen to my audio Bible. And the version that I absolutely love. People, if you can go online, go to YouTube and listen to it for free. I purchased the audio Bible when it came out years ago, but it's called The Bible Experience. And people, let me tell you, if you want an audio version of the Bible like no other audio version out there, you must. And once again, you can find videos of free chapters. You got to listen to the Bible Experience. And what's special about the Bible Experience is it's a collaboration of different African American musicians, actors, and other entertainers and other influential people, I should say. They have come together and done the audio Bible. And it's as if you're listening to Jesus himself. The background noises, how they put it together, even the children in the back playing. There's no other version, and I've heard different versions over the years, but there's no other version out there that touches me like this audio version. So I love to read the Bible, and I love to listen to the Bible. And we are going to talk about a Canaanite woman. You can find this story, Matthew chapter 15, verses 21 through 28. The gingerbread looks so cute. Let me get the guy out because oh, that is the guy. Let me get the girl out. Now, so Jesus was walking throughout the towns, ministering and healing people and performing miracles. Is it this way? Okay, this one, you can see I have my square on top. I think I stitched. Okay, you know what? It is what it is. You guys, homespun is simple. Homespun is really, it feels like it wasn't a whole lot of thought put into it. It's unsophisticated, but yet it is so charming. And I'm thinking too much, right? I have a motto for myself. Don't think, create. But I got the embossing on this side. But I got my ribbon, Felicia. Okay, I'm just going to do it on the deboss side. But homespun makes you think of grandma and a simpler way of life. I can't believe it. I'm mad at myself. I'm mad at myself. I got, you know what? I could have my rick-rack on this side, right? I'm right-handed, so it is what it is. Darn it. I was on a roll too, you guys. Okay, but back to this story. Jesus was all about his Father's business, ministering and healing people and declaring the kingdom of God. My boys came out darker than my girls. And let me keep this one right here so I can remember what I did. And so anyway, this woman, all of a sudden, I'm going to say she ran up to him. She cried out to him and she said, "Have mercy on me, O Lord, Son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with the demon." Back in those days, there were, and I'm sure today too, we just don't recognize it as demon possession. But back then, it was widely known of demonic activity and possession of people. So she cried out to Jesus. She said, "Oh Lord, Son of David, help me." I'm going to add some shading now using this Tim Holtz tea dye ink. And I guess she got on the disciples' nerves because she cried out. See, when you're in desperation, people, you cry out and you just don't care. And this was a mother that loved her daughter. So she didn't care how she sounded, how she looked to others. So she cried out to Jesus, "Help me, Lord. Help me, Lord." And the Bible states Jesus did not answer her. Was he ignoring her? When we cry out to Jesus, if we cry out to him, I don't believe a lot of people really know how to cry out to Jesus for whatever the reason. Nonetheless, do we feel at times that he heard us? Because Jesus didn't answer her back immediately. And I know at times God don't answer us back immediately, if he answers us back at all. But the key thing to remember is God hears us. Just because Jesus didn't answer her back don't mean he didn't hear her. God hears every single prayer of faith. I said of faith. And so she got on the disciples' nerves, and they were like, "Lord, send her away. She's crying after us, making all this noise. She's disturbing us. Tell her to go away." Now, let's talk about this woman a little bit. We don't know much about her except she was a Canaanite woman. And if you know the Old Testament, you've read a lot about Canaanite people in general. As a matter of fact, the land that God promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, part of that land belonged to the Canaanites. At times, the Canaanites went to war with Israel. And God told his people not to intermarry with not just the Canaanites, but with a whole lot of other nations as well. Because God told his people, if you marry them, they're going to cause you to worship their gods. And you're going to lose my favor. But we know that God's people did what they wanted to do. They didn't listen to God. And they married any and everybody. And they mama too, right? Even Solomon, the greatest, the smartest man to ever live. We know what he did. What, he had 700 wives? And no, 300 wives and 700 concubines? Now, that's a lot of woman for you, right? And unfortunately, he married women that God said not to marry. And they did exactly what God warned his people the women would do. Turn their hearts away from God unto idol worship. And Solomon fell prey to it, to the point that he built temples for his wives' many gods. So this woman was a Canaanite, probably didn't associate a whole lot with the Israelites because they were considered pagans. So you had this woman who knew what other people felt about her, who knew what other people thought about her. Perhaps she was considered second class, unworthy. But you have this woman, and there's something so special about this woman. I want to be like this woman, right? I want to be like her because she knew how to get Jesus' attention. Do you know how to get his attention? When you feel like you are being ignored, when God is not hearing your pleas, answering your prayer, do you know how to get his attention? There is something that moves God, people. And this woman, this Canaanite woman, she had the ingredients to not only get the attention of Jesus, but to get her request answered. And I don't know why every single one of these I've done backwards. Oh, Felicia. Okay, it's still going to be cute, you guys. It's going to be cute on both sides. So Jesus didn't answer her, but he also didn't send her away, just like the disciples wanted him to. Other people always getting in the way, trying to block your blessing, right? Trying to interfere with your relationship with the Lord. But instead of sending her away, Jesus said to her, look, I've been sent to the lost people of Israel. I've been sent to my own people. I haven't been sent to you, but I've been sent for my own people. But do you think that stopped the woman from getting what she needed from Jesus? See, a lot of people would have turned around right there, because you have the Master, you have the Son of God telling her, I haven't been sent to you. You a Canaanite. I've been sent to bless my own people. And then she got really drastic, y'all. You know what she did? And this is why I want to be like her. Because when you feel like God is turning you down, and God is not answering, God is not hearing your pleas, your prayers, you need to do what she did next. She bowed down and she worshiped him. She bowed down, people, and she worshiped him. She bowed down at the feet of Jesus Christ, and she worshiped him. God can never turn away from true worship. How I wish in the churches today, because a lot of times, unfortunately, it's still about dressing up to go to church. It's still about a lot of religious acts. Yeah, we praise God. Yeah, we clap our hands. Yeah, we stomp our feet. Yeah, we shout. But how many times have you seen people and churches as a whole corporately bow down and worship God? I mean, get on your knees, people. That's what I'm talking about. And reverence God and worship God. You just don't see true worship like that in the church. Now, I know worship begins with the heart. I know that. I understand that. But there is something about doing what this woman knew to do, and that was to fall on her knees and worship the Son of God. Do anybody want to fall to their knees and worship the ingredients to get the attention of Jesus? She knew what to do to get what she needed, and that was healing for her daughter. But that still wasn't enough. That still wasn't enough to get the full attention of Jesus. She had warmed him up, right? First of all, remember, she called him Lord. So she knew who he was. And then she worshiped him. But he wasn't done testing her. How bad do you want it, people? Many people would have given up already. But how bad do you want to be blessed? How bad do you want your blessing? Jesus went on to say to her, and this might sound cold. I know when I first read it years ago, I was like, ooh. This is what he said. He said it's not appropriate for me to give the bread of my people and cast it to dogs. Some would say, like you. Once again, he said, it's not appropriate. I didn't come here for you, lady. I came here to save my own people. And it's not appropriate for me to give the bread that belongs to my people and cast it to the dogs. Cast it to heathens. Cast it to outcasts. Cast it to castaways. That sounds pretty harsh, right? Any of you out there feel like you're a castaway? Any of you out there feel like you're unworthy, you're undeserving of God's grace, God's love, and God's blessing? If so, keep on listening. Because this woman, she was on a mission, people. She was on a mission, and she wasn't going to let anything deter her from getting her blessing. Not the words that Christ had spoken to her, and not the beckoning of the disciples who said, get rid of her, send her away. She was determined, people, to be blessed, because she knew what even Jesus' own people failed to realize, didn't want to realize. She knew who she was worshiping, and she also knew who she was. So she went on to say, that's true, Lord. Still respecting him, calling him Lord. She said, that's very true. But I tell you this, Lord, even dogs got the right to eat the crumbs that falls from their master's table. Woo! Let me say it again, people. Let's see if you'll get this one. She said, it's true. It's true what you said. You shouldn't give bread to me, a heathen, a castaway. But even I deserve the crumbs that falls to the floor. You see, what she was saying was, you ain't got to give me a full loaf of bread. You ain't even got to give me a slice. Just give me the crumbs, and I'm satisfied with it, because it only take a crumb from you to heal my daughter. Woo! She said, Lord, it don't take much. As a matter of fact, I'm sure she was thinking, you only got to speak the word, Lord, but I'm at least deserving of your crumb, and I'll take your crumb because I appreciate your crumb. That's all I need. I don't need it all, Lord. Let the crumbs fall where they may, because every crumb of you is blessed, is blessed. And because this woman did not give up, because she endured the test, people, Jesus said unto her, "O woman." He didn't say woman, he said, "O woman, O woman, great is thy faith." You see, it was a test, people, of her faith. What did she really believe? Jesus wasn't calling her a dog, but he was testing her. He was testing what was in her heart. This Canaanite woman who didn't affiliate with God's people, who couldn't affiliate with God's people. Here Jesus is testing what's in her heart. Is she going to give up? Is she going to walk away easily? But you see, this woman, the reason why she didn't was because, once again, she knew what a lot of God's people didn't know. She knew who Jesus was. She knew he was the Son of God. She knew that he had the power to not only heal, but to forgive and set free. So she wasn't going to let go. But you see, she also knew the heart and spirit of God. God has no respect of person. Woo-hoo! If you want God's attention, people, all you need is faith. And I have finished my tags, y'all. And as I share my beautiful display of homemade tags. Because this woman did not give up, because she was relentless on a mission to get her blessing, Jesus told her, "Woman, your faith is great." Oh, woman, he said, oh, woman, that's emphasis. Oh, woman, your faith is great. Let it be done as you have believed. And the Bible states that her daughter was made whole at that very moment. People, if you want God's attention, you got to be like this woman. You got to respect God. You got to know when you pray to God, you got to know who you are praying to, and that He has the ability and the power to hear and answer your prayers. You cannot give up. When you feel that God is silent, that God don't hear you, you cannot give up. You must be encouraged by this Canaanite woman who was a castaway, who was a throwaway, who was undeserving. She knew something about God that a lot of His own people didn't even know. God is a God of love. God is a God of forgiveness. And God has no respect of persons. I don't care what your ancestors did. I don't care what you did. When you are forgiven, you are a part of God's family. That's if the Lord Jesus is your Lord and Savior. We got to be like this woman. We cannot give up. Let's fall to our knees and worship God. Let's cry out to God like she did. Oh, Lord, help me. Oh, Lord, help me. And people, just like she heard those words from Jesus, oh, woman, your faith is great. Let it be done as you have believed. Don't think that God is not speaking those very same words to us today. But are you going to give up? Are you going to let the naysayers, the thoughts of the enemy, keep you from your blessing? You got to have reckless abandonment, people. I tell you, life will hit you in a way where you just don't care. I know I've been there several times before. You don't care how you look, how you sound. You just need to be blessed. And if you want heaven's attention, then do like she did. Respect God, honor God, worship God. All right, you guys, that's going to do it for this video. If you are interested in these collections, once again, they're yesteryear, they're discontinued, but you can find them. Just look online, Etsy, eBay, all those other different types of sites. And like me, be on the lookout at thrift stores, because that's where I got that other collection from. Now, if you like this video, why not like it? Give me a big thumbs up. Also, subscribe. Feel free to share. Yes, share this video. This is motivational. This is food for the soul, you guys. So do share a link to this video, and also do leave your comments below. All right, I want to thank you all for watching. As always, blessings.